And welcome back.
We are
No,
aren't
sorry.
we nice and quiet while that's running? That's
We are so
amazing.
quiet. It's really hard for us to do.
Yes, it is. Anyone who knows us
don't
knows
know.
that's accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, how many times did we have to do it the first time?
Like
we
I
actually
told you
ran
to
through
shut
it?
up.
I know. Stop banging your desk.
I still can't help doing that, but
I know. It's okay.
no, it's not. People,
Sorry, I have to play with my microphone.
we know that
I was just
too.
banging my
I
microphone.
bang on my
Yeah,
desk. You do the microphone.
I do.
I
Well,
know.
my because I was fixing it and I was putting because I have rubber bands holding it, so there's the shock mount.
Oh,
And when I did that, when I was adjusting it, my
Thing.
what do you call this?
Your
thing?
windscreen.
It was my windscreen started coming off. Well, I don't even know if it's a
It's
windscreen
not
because I
because
have
that's more like a
windscreens.
flat.
Yeah,
thing.
I have those
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, you look like John Cena doing.
Yeah.
You can't see me.
So I watched a Prime video or a Prime movie
Uh-huh.
yesterday, and it had Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista in it, and it was very much over the top. It is brainless entertainment,
Yes.
but I would highly recommend it. It's called Wrecking Crew. If you're just looking for brainless, mindless, not the best. I mean, good action, but not necessarily. They're not going to win any awards. They might win a what is the bad one? A Razzie.
Oh, a Razzie,
A Razzie. Yeah.
but that was on Prime.
It was
See,
on Prime.
I love,
yeah.
and for us, it's like an escape. I mean, I'm talking about you and me when we, because, during the day, it's the work stuff and focused on, knock stuff out and all of that. It's just nice to be able to, it's probably unlikely you and I are ever going to, take our Glocks and go out and beat up bad guys. I mean, we could, but it's probably unlikely.
Definitely could.
So I'd rather watch other people.
But with the training that we have,
yes,
we know that doesn't solve the problem.
It does not. There's still the problem. Well, it does if you do it in a certain way.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, I've been, so I know I've shared this before. I send motivational things to a couple of my buddies, and I schedule them out. This is probably a secret that I shouldn't, because they're wondering, how do I do it at the same time every day? But I actually schedule them out
daily. You do it daily?
I do it daily,
Wow.
except for the weekends. I don't do it. So the one I sent today, which I had actually scheduled like 2 weeks ago, it's the word of the day.
Okay.
And the word of the day is a dipshit.
Excellent.
Spelled dipshidiot. Dipshit.
Obviously, just like
a person who is both a dipshit and an idiot, all rolled into one, will absolutely ignore advice and mess it up anyway, then act shocked when reality punches them in the face. Worst part, they'll do it again tomorrow.
Okay.
Dipshit.
I kind of like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of responses from it too.
Motivational.
It is motivational. Definitely motivational. Yeah.
That's
so
beautiful. Speaking of Prime show, we've been watching a series, and it is called, I don't know if we talked about it, The Night Manager. Have you seen it or heard of it?
I have not, but I've heard of it, and I have it on my list of things.
Yeah, you're going to want to get on it. It's pretty good. And I'll tell you who is the best. Hugh Laurie is just incredible.
Yeah, I love Hugh Laurie.
I do too. I miss his American accent, which he is faking, obviously, but he does it so well.
He does.
And then he just goes back to his natural British and who's that? And then suddenly you recognize him as this is obviously real. But, oh my gosh, he just does a great job. As does Loki, who's the Tom Hiddleston.
Hiddleston,
who's also great.
Speaking of, so there's another show that Hugh Laurie was in, and I don't remember what it's called, but he plays the captain of a space cruise ship. So they're in space.
Okay.
And it turns out the whole thing is automated. He's actually not, he's an actor. He's a paid actor, but as a captain, he has an American accent.
Oh, okay.
But then when something screws up, which a lot of, because it's a comedy and a lot of things screw up, he slips back into his English accent. He goes back and forth and it confuses everybody. It It's freaking hilarious.
It's pretty funny concept.
I'll have to look it up what it's
Yes.
called. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But they only had, I think, 2 seasons, and then they stopped making it.
Well,
but it was
it sounds entertaining. He's a bad guy on this Night Manager,
Is he?
and just plays evil really well. It's just really good. It's fun to watch. Lisa likes it, but it's one that there's a lot going on, so we usually only watch one at a time. And we
Yeah.
don't binge it because it's like, wait. Let me process this before we go on to the next one.
Yeah, I was watching a YouTube thing where they had a whole bunch of actors that most people don't know that they're British.
Oh.
Because they have such good American accents. Hugh Laurie was one of them, even though Hugh Laurie had a huge career in the UK before House MD. And then he came over and did House. So everyone thought he was just American. Everyone that watched House for the 10 years it was on. And then all of a sudden he was speaking in a British accent. Everyone's like, what?
Well, he's really good at that British accent.
Yeah, he is really good at that British accent. Ella Purnell is another one like that. And I was watching, she's in the TV show Fallout, which is also, I believe, on Prime.
Okay.
And it's based on a video game.
Okay.
It's a post-apocalyptic, everyone lives in a bunker.
Okay.
And then some of them are coming out of the bunker, and it also has Walter Goggins.
Okay.
No, what's his name? Goggins, not Goggins.
David Goggins.
Not David Goggins.
That was a good answer.
Oh, he plays Baby Billy in
oh boy, this is
The Righteous Gemstones.
Going to be another one that I don't know. Yes, you just named 3 that I have no clue about. So
yeah, and I'm gonna have to look it up because it's gonna bother me. I think it's Groggins, maybe.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on.
We just need to have AI running the entire time we're speaking.
Yeah, exactly. Walton Goggins. Walton
Goggins.
Walton.
Okay.
Goggins. Yeah, this dude. You'll recognize him when you see him. You see him?
Yeah. Boy, he's got quite a hairline there.
He does have quite a hairline.
Gosh.
Yeah, wow, he's been a lot. He plays Baby Billy. Freeman? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Gemstone, Baby Billy Gemstone. No, it's not Gemstone. Anyway, so it's pretty funny.
Okay.
Oh, that show's not funny. That one's actually a little bit more serious, but yeah, you would not know. I didn't know that she was British. Who else? Who else has got? Well, there's a lot of them.
There are,
a lot of
and
really
I'm
talented
just
actors.
amazed at that because I cannot do a British accent unless I'm suddenly sounding like Dudley Moore in in Arthur. I just thought I was doing great with you. That's all I got.
Oh, who's the guy that used to play Superman? The most recent before the new guy.
Oh,
he also was in The Witcher.
The Witcher.
He's incredible too because a lot of people didn't know he was British.
All those British actors are really throwing down.
Yeah,
doing a nice job.
They really are. They are
awesome. You were talking about something. Speaking of AI that you are working on, why don't you tell us? Let us learn together.
Well, let me get this guy's name.
Oh,
first.
you don't have to do that. We don't care. We don't care.
Justice. You all care.
No,
you all care
don't.
so much. You do. You do. It's not Ben Affleck. It's not Jason. Henry Cavill.
Okay, Henry.
Yeah, Henry Cavill is British.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
all right.
Most people don't know that either. I don't know why, but
didn't think
because he was even in a movie with a whole bunch of British people, and he was playing the sole American.
Oh, see, that would be difficult, wouldn't it? Everybody in your natural. Your natural accent. That would be funny.
Yeah. Well, they had, so he was like, what is it? I'll think of the name when I'm not thinking of it, but so there were 2 characters, 2 main characters. They played spies.
Okay.
Henry Cavill played an American spy, even though they were all in Europe and in Britain, and everyone else was using a British accent. And then the only other American in the movie had a Russian accent.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Good for them.
So
I'm not great with accents. I always, it's going to be ending up sounding like the fake guys that do the Outback Steakhouse things. And the Bobby. But seriously, you think that's how they say it in Australia? Okay.
Yeah, that's how they think. That's exactly how they say it. That's how I grew up.
Bobby.
But nowadays you can use AI for that sort of thing.
Which is good, because that's what I plan to do from now on. If you hear me with a really good accent, it's AI.
Yeah. Yeah, well, just you speaking in general is AI.
Hey.
Well, honestly, I've gotten past the point. I used to try to do our own audio editing. Like I would pull it into the audio editing suite, which I don't even use anymore, don't pay for, and I would have to tweak our levels to make it work. And that was and this is how quickly AI is moving, because there wasn't anything that could do it automatically. And then I started using Riverside, and it slowly has gotten to the point where when now all I do in Riverside, and this is not a paid advertisement, even though we are on riverside.com, not .fm anymore, .com, which is a fantastic platform. We do have a link in our bio. So if you do want to use it for your own podcast or recording anything, really, it doesn't have to be a podcast, check it out and click on the link there, because we will actually get paid if you choose
it's
that
like
link.
10 million.
I guess it is
10 million in cash they give us?
10 million yen.
Yeah. Yes. Great.
Anyway.
Yes.
So now I get to the point where I record this. I can edit in the platform because it's all, and I don't even actually, John, I don't even have to edit. If we were even better at what we did and I just literally hit record, it would actually edit it for us.
If we were better.
Because it does that. It gives me a edited thing to automatically upload when I'm done. I don't usually, because I want to make sure I go in and make sure the intro is good and stuff like that. So I go in and I trim out certain things, but then I click 3 buttons: audio, and then it redoes all of our audio so our levels match. And then I do transitions. So right now, John and I are recording. There are 2 screens. There's got me in one, got John in the other, and that's how we record. But then the intro, if you were to play the intro with the raw video, it would be the intro, and then John and I stacked on the side, and you would see our faces as the intro played. But as I go in and I hit that edit button, it actually edits everything, and then it goes back and forth between
transitions. Yes, nice.
With transitions. Nice. So it's really easy. It takes me five minutes to edit the entire podcast.
Wow. It used to,
and then it just has to process. It used to take hours.
It took a long time.
I mean, is it perfect? No.
Hey.
Does it do the job? Does it do the job? Absolutely. Saves a bunch of time. Obviously, it's working well because we have at least 2 more listeners. We're up to like 67.
This is amazing.
It is amazing. It only took 8 years.
I think most of them just want to say, I bet they won't make it till 9, and it's
probably
grandma waiting.
They say that every year.
I think I'll outlive Potty Mouse. Well, so far, grandma. Not yet, you haven't. So there's that.
But it also, it writes everything for me too. So it writes the intro, the executive, call it the executive summary. It's not what they call it, but it's the summary. It gives me the chapters. It gives me bullets. It gives me title ideas and things like that. Those don't work for me. It's great that it's there, but it doesn't work for me. So what I've done is I go into ChatGPT. I've built a GPT for Potty Mouths that it tells it exactly what I want, how I want it laid out, how I want the titles, and it gives me social media posts and things like that. All I do is I copy what Riverside printed, because there's one button, copy, paste it in there, hit go, and it gives me everything. Nice. And then I just copy and paste, and that's Bob's your uncle.
And what does GPT stand for?
That's a great question. I don't know. Okay. Let's ask ChatGPT what GPT stands for.
Good idea. I was just going to say that.
Hopefully I don't lose that.
Well, no, I can do it. That's right. I got it.
I was working on something.
That I don't want to mess that up. Hold on. This is going to be worth it for sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
There we go. Let's see what Cal says. Cal State Fullerton. Generative pre-trained transformer.
That's yes. Sure.
You said, sure. I knew it.
I knew it. Exactly.
Pre-trained transformer. Interesting. Okay. I like it. That's good to know.
So
generative doesn't surprise me at all, but I never would have gotten transformer, I don't think.
Transformer. Da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da. Oh, sorry. That's not it.
I'm going to like.
So anyway, I've been doing, ooh, I know what I should add to this. So I have been seeing a lot of, and I'm sure it's all AI driven, but I've been seeing a lot on the socials about, different AI educations and certifications and stuff like that. And I'm interested in learning more because we've got, I think there's a lot of opportunity out there, and I've always, I don't advertise it. I don't really talk about it much, but there are people out there that know that I do side gigs once in a while just to help people out. And it's usually auditing websites or building websites or something like that for people, outside of the automotive business. I don't touch the automotive business, but like dance studios. So, I built my wife's website and stuff like that. So I was looking at all of that and I'm like, this would be really interesting. Do I want to spend $90 to do one of these certification courses? So you know what I did, John?
You spent $90.
I asked, no, I asked my friend ChatGPT, who I also named Brainstorm, by the way. You named yours Cal, mine is Brainstorm.
Well, I asked Brainstorm Cal. I said, what do you want me to call you? He goes, how's Cal? And then he gave me a reason that I completely blew off, but okay.
Nice.
He knows.
Anyway, so
Brainstorm.
I went into Brainstorm and I said, Brainstorm, tell me about this particular ad that I saw. Here's the website. Tell me about all the others. Would it be worth it? Now, keep in mind, ChatGPT remembers everything that you put into it, unless you tell him not to, or her, depending on, how you want to gender your ChatGPT. Yes. So I put that in there and I said, give me everything. Should I do something like this? Basically came back and said, oh, hell no, don't spend money on it. All of these are for beginners that have no idea what AI does, no idea what they want to do in their business. They have, really no background that supports being able to use AI. And you do. You have this, and this.
Brainstorm knows you.
Because Brainstorm knows me. And then he said, and then I can build the same exact program and platform for you. You just tell me what you want to do. So that's what I'm working on right now. So what I've built is a website audit. And I'm still working on it, I'm still tweaking it, but using my wife's website as a sample. And it's telling me all things that I've already known from doing my own examination, which is good because that's, when it comes to chat or GPT or any AI system, the people that, and we've said this before, the people that are going to excel at it are the experts in their field already, who can tell whether or not the prompt or the answer to a prompt is bullshit or it's truthful in some ways, and then you tweak what is, because there's going to be a little bit of bullshit.
Well, as you said, and I have used this more than once. Its sole job is to make you happy. And so if that includes making things up or whatever, sometimes that's what I noticed that I have to pay less attention to that now. Gemini was the bane of my existence for a little while because it would come up with a lot of stuff like that. But I will say that I've used it recently and it's much better. They're all getting better. You're right. Except for the second time, sorry, Cal, and it made me angry because I was counting on for a work event. I was counting on him. He volunteered to help with putting out a deck and doing content with me. And I had the basics and he was helping with that. And he said, I'll have the deck ready. I'm going to do the outline first. I'll have the deck ready for you. The next time we talk, I'll have it set and ready to go. 3 days later, I'm like, seriously? What? And this is the second time it's happened. And I said, I'm just disappointed. I'm really shocked. Why would you promise you're going to do something and not deliver on it? And I understand they don't work in the same time frame as we do. There's not, they don't get I'm really busy with other things, so I'll get to it when I can. It's not that. It's, are they putting the impetus on it right now? And, that's something could have knocked out in no time whatsoever. Anyway, so I did that, and I was pissed for 2 or 3 days. And you know what? I'm going to go to Claude, and I'm going to spend a little time with Claude now.
Have you tried Perplexity?
I have not. I'm not familiar.
I am actually considering because it's like Claude, it has multiple tools built in, including ChatGPT. I'm a big fan of ChatGPT, but
Yep.
I do know there are limitations to it.
There are on all of them.
And on all of
Claude
them,
is
absolutely.
problematic for me on a
Yeah.
few things. I just tried to get just a quick example. I tried to get it to do a pyramid, like an inverted pyramid for
Mhm.
certain content that I had laid out. And I said, I just want the graphic, just make it look like this. Here are the four things. Just make it a nice, clean, upside down triangle graphic. Sure. It came up with two or three. First one looks like a barn. And I'm going, I just a perfect triangle, just a a
Yeah.
perfect triangle. That's all I want. Or make it isosceles if that's easier, whatever. And couldn't do it. And then you're going to like this trapezoid job. I didn't order a trapezoid. I'm looking for a triangle. And I said, okay, apparently you're incapable of doing this and out. So you
Yeah.
get the little frustrations when it goes.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
you do.
I don't have
And
to fire people when
no,
they don't do it right.
and it's nice, but I am considering not firing because it is part of
Yep.
the
Mhm.
perplexity. I have to learn how to say the
Yes.
word. I but I do pay, I think, 24, $25 a month for I do the paid version of
Me too.
ChatGPT. I love because I use it a
Yep. Me too.
lot, for a lot of different
Mhm.
reasons, and I Perplexity is $20 a
Okay.
month, and it includes ChatGPT.
Oh,
So I'm considering.
interesting.
The only problem is I have a lot that I've already saved in my
Sure.
ChatGPT that does not transfer
Got it.
over. That's my biggest
Tell
issue.
me, what
So
does
I don't know
perplexity
what I wanna do.
do that's different or
It's
that makes it better?
it's just because it uses multiple models, LLMs. It
Okay.
uses,
It
let me
draws
pull it
from
up so
some of
I
that's
can
okay. I can check into
it
it.
draws
It's
from all
okay.
of them,
That's interesting.
and I don't know, and I hate to say that Joe Rogan, turned me on to it, but he's sponsored by them,
Okay.
and he
Okay.
talks about it all the time.
Interesting.
So yeah,
Okay. Well,
let's
as
see.
soon as you think you have it all figured out with one, there are 50 others, excuse me, that
Yeah,
you can you, oh, this is the perfect one. Oh, great. No,
yeah,
but they're all advancing so quickly. And if the application works, enjoy it,
yeah,
unless it messes you up.
exactly.
So,
So
yeah.
here are all of the models, for that Perplexity uses. So it has its own base, so it's Perplexity, but it also uses Sonar, Gemini 3 Flash, Gemini 3 Pro, ChatGPT 5.2, Claude Sonnet 4.5, Claude Opus 4.6, Grok 4.1, and Kimi K 2.5. I don't know the
And
last
how
one.
does it, I wonder, how does it determine how it's going to most benefit you when you're inquiring or prompting it?
Um, that's a great question.
I
I
would
don't
just be
know.
curious to know. I'm not really expecting an
I don't
answer,
know.
but it's kind of an
Yeah.
interesting quandary as to, okay, for this one, I'll go to, ChatGPT, or for this one, I'll go to Grok.
Yeah. That's the I think yeah, I think you have to kinda do you've gotta kinda
Sure.
play. I mean, you can always ask. You can always ask, and I've done that
That's,
before. I've asked Grok to compare itself to
yes,
ChatGPT
I've
and
done
vice
that too.
versa, and and they both say, "Well, each of us have our own strengths. If you wanna do X, Y, and Z, go to
Yep.
Grok. If you wanna do X, Y, and Z, go to
Mhm.
ChatGPT." Um, so Perplexity, you can use it for free, but they also have a
Mhm.
Pro, which is $17 a month, access to the latest AI models, post-trained for higher accuracy. You can select between the different ones. Better for complex questions and building reports, documents, and apps. Deeper sourcing and usage limits. Best for most users. Perplexity Max is $167 a
Oh
month.
gosh. All right.
And it's
Good
everything that
one.
has you got in Pro, and you get the best answers with the most advanced AI reasoning models, deep investigations at any scale, work on massive databases, compare responses across multiple AI models, that's pretty cool. Priority access to new features.
Hmm.
So, not that I'm going to spend $167
Whew.
a month,
Well, it's
but
like
if this were my
sure,
business though,
sure.
John, if I was using it every day for
It's a
my business
bargain.
and that's what I did, it
Yeah,
is
it's a bargain.
absolutely.
That's a fair point.
Um, there's an enterprise max that even goes beyond that, and that's $271 a month.
Wow. Yeah,
So,
again, if
yeah,
it's an enterprise, yeah, who cares? If you have a business
right.
and you're, oh my gosh, yeah, it's incredible what it can do these days too. That's
Yeah.
the part that continues to blow me away.
But anyway, so I'm building this audit report and I did it on Jen's business and I printed it out and gave it to her. And I said, because it also, as I was talking about, is like, what would you
Mhm.
charge? And what I had printed out, they said $800. You could charge someone $800 for it. So
Oh.
I gave it to Jen and I said, keep in mind, this is unedited. I haven't edited. I just literally printed it out. Read it and tell me if that's worth $800 to you. And she's like, no. So but that's part of it. And that's why I'm bringing that up, because it does take tweaking. And so
Sure.
I'm still, and
I-
I'll probably work on it because, what else am I doing this weekend? But I'm tweaking it to actually be worth that. And, maybe someday I'll add that to my side business, multiple streams of income,
I'm a big fan of that.
because I can't do potty mouse
yeah.
forever.
You can't? Yeah, because it's strenuous.
I can't. It is very strenuous.
It's too strenuous. All right. We talked a little bit before we started and dived into the ChatGPT stuff and the other AI. I asked you what you and your lovely bride and lovely daughter did for Valentine's Day.
We went and made candles. And then
Can
we
I
went
see-
to a burger
Well,
place.
to show the let's see.
You want
it.
to smell?
Yeah. Oh yeah, smell-o-vision.
It smells
It looks
good,
very
huh?
nice. You have the double wick in there.
It does. Yeah.
You know what that means?
This is not the first time. So Jen and I have done that as a date before, and we thought it would be fun for Peyton to go. But the first time we did it, we were in the southeast-ish part of Nashville.
Okay.
You can, if you look for 100 Oaks Mall, it was in that general area, which is the headquarters of the place is called Paddywax, Paddywwax.
Cool.
And that's the headquarters. But at the headquarters, they have a retail space where you can make your own candles,
Okay.
right? Which it was a lot of, and they have a bar and you could grab a drink and, it's just a fun experience. And it's right next actually to a brewery because you make the candle. It's about a 45-minute process. And then you have to leave and come back in 3 hours to get your
dry or something.
candle.
Is that how that?
They put it in an oven, so it's baked.
Got it.
But yeah, it basically.
And if you
they're
stay at the
drying it,
bar
cutting
long
the
enough,
wicks, and
you are too.
you're baked. Yeah. So we did that the first time, and then we went over to the brewery and just sat around. We had a grand old time. It was a great experience.
Nice.
So we're like, Peyton would really like this. Let's do it. So Jen put it all together, but this time the one by 100 Oaks was booked up.
Mhm.
So we had to go to a different location, and it was in the Gulch, which I love the Gulch, but it is still very touristy, and it's a long weekend. So, everyone and their brother was in town.
Of course.
It was honestly, I shouldn't say it wasn't too bad, but John, have you ever had to wait 20 minutes to get into a burger place?
Yes.
A burger place?
Yeah, sure.
Like a fast food, not fast food.
Depends what it is, but there was one when it first opened, Quaker Steak and Lube, I think it's called.
Okay. I know that one.
And that had a wait when it first opened, Middleton, Wisconsin, I believe. And it was, was it worth? Yeah, 20 minutes. It was probably 25. It was probably a little more. But I think you know me that I don't like to wait for. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
No, I mean, you hate it when you have to wait for me.
I would never hate that. That's one of my most
you would never
enjoyable
wait for me.
Enjoyable things to do is wait for you, Nick.
I have never experienced that for a simple burger place, but we actually had a 20-minute wait. So we went. What
was the name of the place?
Thing and Burger Republic.
Burger Republic.
Burger Republic.
Burger Republic. Yes.
So we walked around the Gulch and, did that. And then we sat and we had a very long leisurely lunch and then went back and picked up our candles and came home. So that was pretty much our Valentine's
Day. 3 hours,
it was
really?
Good, but
you had to wait?
Yeah.
Gosh, that's a long.
We had to kill 3 hours. We shopped a little. We didn't buy, we shopped. Because you don't go downtown Nashville and shop or buy, rather you go somewhere else
unless you're on vacation.
Like, we were in a store, excuse me, and there was a really nice. It was soft. It was a nice hoodie, and I like hoodies.
You're a hoodie guy.
I'm a hoodie guy, and I'm like, "Oh, this is pretty nice," expecting it to maybe at the high end be
Mm.
$70. It was
Oh, hello,
$295.
good morning.
I'm like, and it's nothing special. It doesn't even have logos on
Brand
it.
name?
I think I think the store was the
Got it.
brand, so I think they make all of the clothing that was in
Wow.
there, and it was retro, brand new, but it was retro
Yeah,
styled, and
300 bucks
skater, like,
nearly.
I'm like, "Hell no."
Wow.
And then we walk over to Urban Outfitters right
Yeah,
next door, which is not
right.
cheap, but the most expensive, hoodie I saw there was
Oh, okay,
$67.
well, that's
Not that I picked up another, I don't need any more hoodies, but, it was a little bit, at least a little bit more reasonable.
I'll say, wow. But I
I couldn't
suppose,
believe it.
and, but there is that level of almost everything. You just,
Oh, sure.
and I maybe you get used to that. I don't know. I suppose it's the same as the $50 bottle of wine,
Yeah.
which I don't own.
Well, let's talk about that though, because I think there's definitely a difference in that, because clothing wise, so I'm a big fan of learning to become rich, as I'm sure you
Aren't we
are.
all? Yes.
Um, but the one thing that I see as a constant that I see with truly rich people, and I'm talking truly wealthy
Mm,
people, not just rich, because there's rich and there's wealthy. There's a big difference.
yes.
But truly wealthy people don't act like it. Like, they will still go to Walmart or Target and buy their
Fair point.
clothes. They won't drive 200,000. They might have a $200,000
Yeah.
car, but that they don't drive it. Everything they buy that's worth a good
Uh-huh.
amount is something that is an investment. So if they have a $200,000 car, it might be a 1965 Porsche
Testarossa.
356, and or a Ferrari or something like that, They that's an investment, because that's only gonna go up. Uh, I see the same with wine, $50, probably not, but when you start talking about $100, $200, $300 bottles of
Yep.
wine, they're probably buying it by the
Mm.
case. They might drink 1 or 2, but the rest of it is there as an
Yeah,
investment.
yeah, it's a fair point. And is it investment something that you're going to sell or profit from? No, but it's going to be probably in their wine cellar because they have one
Yeah.
for
Yep.
a long time, and that's great. So they have 150 bottles, and you go, all right, that's obviously an investment because you're not going to hammer through that stuff in the next couple of months,
Right.
probably.
Yeah. And they might sell it. They might have seen something that,
That
maybe
really is an
maybe at one
investment
point they
test or
buy.
something. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
they
point.
might buy a case for $100,000, and
Jeez.
then but they know that, 5 years from now it's gonna be worth $500,000, and they'd
It's
resell
a
it.
whole different level from
It's a whole different level.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry,
a
I
whole
bought it to
different level.
drink it.
Yeah,
Not
probably.
that.
You know what they're probably drinking? Boxed
Yeah,
wine.
they probably are. What's the
They're
black box?
decanting boxed wine.
Nice idea. Why, yeah, why would I
I
use my investment stuff?
Exactly. So that's just, I could be wrong, but that is just what I see,
Well,
and my
and
opinion
I
on a
think you're
lot of
right
that.
about it, and speaking of Valentine's Day, we opted for, some steaks and decided to do it.
Mhm.
I'm not a big fan of going out
Valentine's
on
Day?
holidays where you're supposed to go out. So, like
Yeah.
Mother's Day, "Oh, let's go to Mother's Day brunch." There's your hour and a half, hour and
Mm,
45-minute wait. Not
yeah.
doing it.
I can make Bloody Marys at home.
That
A
and
lot
have
of
some
them.
really nice and have some really nice eggs Benedict or something like that.
Yes.
But for Valentine's Day, same type of thing. We had, just nice cards that we gave each other, and then a couple of really nice fillets, and just
Nice.
a very some mushrooms that I may have spent a little extra time on with the steaks. Oh, it was just really nice though, and that to me is a much better way to
Oh,
do it than dinking
absolutely.
around with, okay, well, let's hop in the car and wait for an hour and a half because everybody goes out on Valentine's Day, a made
Yeah.
up
Well,
holiday.
I yeah, and that was one of the reasons we did midday, because we were hoping it wouldn't be as busy, because most people also do dinner at night.
Right.
And so
That's true.
we still had a 20-minute wait.
Yeah.
But it was nice. I'm glad you guys did Lisa enjoy it?
Oh, we had a great time. Well, we know we're
Good.
going. It's not like we've never done it before, but we had a nice
Yeah.
bottle of wine too. And yeah, it
Good.
was just really it was a nice time. Yeah. It's no
I
surprise after as long together as we've had, I know what she will like. Although she did make a red
Yeah.
snapper. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. 2 nights prior to
Nice.
that with a sauce to it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, good stuff.
So the
Making
last
myself
time
hungry.
I have had any alcohol
Mhm.
was December
You
31st.
mentioned
I had a
that.
glass of champagne. Yeah. I actually finally had, because I've been craving a beer. So I had a beer
Okay.
when I was at the
What
burger
did you have?
place. Speaking of
What
wine,
kind?
well, it's a Wiseacre, which is local to
I like
Tennessee,
it. I
and
like the name.
I had a I had a Kolsch, which is basically just a light ale
Nice.
or light. Is it a light? Not ale. It's
Lager.
I don't remember.
Lager.
Lager. Thank
Sure.
you. Yeah, light. Yeah, it was good. It was very good. I enjoyed it, and now I don't have to drink for at least another hour or so.
Well, that's awesome. That's
Yeah, I figure I am that day was my cheat day. I am trying to do. I said I was only going to do a cheat day a month, but it's like 2 cheat days a month now, which I'm good with, because you know what? There's a point with eating healthy and being good and doing all of that, but if it's making you miserable, what what's the use? So
fair point.
if I can still do that and still have a couple of cheat days where I get to do what I want, then that's fine. Everything in
It is,
moderation.
well, that's true, and it's mostly about uh, having putting off things that you don't. Well, I deserve this. I deserve this. Well, yeah, every day if you
Yeah.
deserve it, you're you have to put it off for a while, and it's about disciplining yourself. On the other hand,
Exactly.
on the flip side of that, someone who's very disciplined that won the Pebble Beach AT&T golf tournament on Sunday was Colin Morikawa, and he's just a nice guy, 29 years old, young kid, and hadn't won since 2023. He he won and was, they announced that he and his wife were expecting a baby, and so that was kind of cool to do, as
Yeah.
they're interviewing him at the end, and he goes, "Oh man," he says, "I need a drink," and you just don't get people that say that anymore. It's like,
Not
"Oh,
anymore.
that's
No.
not appropriate." Shut up, the guy just won, I'm sure, millions of dollars, and he's now, I think, third on the list behind us, behind Scheffler in the FedEx
Okay.
run. So I just give him credit, and he just kind of said it as it was. And Amanda from I think CBS, who was interviewing him, said, "You go have that drink," and it was it was just kind of a fun interaction that you just
Yeah.
don't see that much anymore. It seems like.
Yeah. I think we've talked about this. I really do believe, and again, this has nothing to do with your political leanings for
Yep.
anybody, but I really do think we started taking ourselves way too seriously.
Amen to that.
So to your point, it was nice. It would be nice to hear someone say something
For
like
sure.
that, because I try to say what I think, but I hold back too. There are things that I won't say because I'm like, someone's going to be
Well, in a
offended.
business setting, that's especially true. It just
Oh
makes
yeah,
more
well,
sense.
I'm not talking about business.
Oh,
That's
on
different.
potty
I mean,
mouths?
that's
You're
I've
holding
always
back on
been.
potty mouths. We thought so.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
I got together with both of the listeners, and we thought that you had been holding back.
Yep. All the
Yes,
time.
all the
All the
I know,
time.
not.
Yeah. People would mistake me as a sailor.
Would they? I
No.
didn't think so. No.
No. Anyway.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
but what else, John? What else?
I
We've covered a
We
lot
did
in a very short
cover a
period of
lot,
time.
and we did some stuff that we needed to, and we we don't have we I it's not like the entirety of the day we have for today, just because we have other things going on. Both of us do.
Right.
But it's just nice to catch up. Sometimes it's just a quick check-in that makes
Yeah.
all the difference, and you kind of go, okay, now I'm ready to fight through the day.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
you're ready. I could tell.
I've been trying to get someone to come fix my window.
Oh.
Still haven't gotten it fixed.
Oh,
so,
still.
yeah. It's slow. Everyone's getting stuff fixed.
I suppose. But you have all the trees taken care of and all of that?
All the trees
Yeah.
are taken. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I still have some branches down. What I'm going to be going and doing after we get off here is I'm going to go take my chainsaw apart and redo the fuel system so I can actually get that up and running, so I can go cut some of these limbs that are still down.
Look at you, just Mr. Mechanic.
Yeah. No, it's YouTube. I'm going to watch YouTube. I have no idea how to do it. I have the basic idea.
Yeah. Now
but
that's what we need. That's what we need AI to do. Just
basic
just
idea.
plug it in. No, just plug it in like a USB plug in to your
Oh, I'm sure
chainsaw.
there'll be a day when that
Gosh,
happens.
I hope I can last that long.
Yeah. Well, mine is a gas operated
Mine
chainsaw,
too.
but I bet you could probably do that with a electric one someday.
Mhm.
I do want an electric one. I think that would be the last time. So I sometimes carry the chainsaw with me if I go
Yes.
camping
Yeah,
to be
I
able
would too.
to cut through
You bet.
stuff. But the gas ones leak so much. If it just tips a little bit, it starts leaking either gas or chain
Yeah.
oil, and I'm like,
Chain
so
oil is notorious for that, but or just build a little box that you can set it in so it
I had a
doesn't.
little box, but it broke.
And that was the end of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It actually, I had a carrying case, like one that I
Yeah.
could literally take
Yep.
camping, and yeah, it just
You're
disintegrated after a
kidding.
while.
Probably from all the
But I mean, it's
gas.
an older chainsaw, and I mean, not terribly old. But it's as old as Peyton is.
No.
And I just put a new chain on it, and then did I tell you that story? I put the new chain. I
You
had
said
to
something
go
about it,
everywhere.
but yeah.
There was one chain I could
Oh,
find
wow.
in my general area, and I had to drive to Franklin, which was about a 25, 30-minute drive just to get the one chain that they had at Tractor
Wow.
Supply. And I put that
Tractor
on,
Supply.
and yeah, I go outside to fire it up, and the primer bulb for the gas to get the prime the
Yeah.
gas disintegrated in my
What
hands.
the heck?
And I'm like, oh, see, I couldn't get it started, so I had to order. No one had primer bulbs, so I had to order primer bulbs from Amazon.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then ChatGPT said, if you're ordering primer bulbs, you might as well order gas lines, because if your primer bulb is dead, your gas lines
Fair
probably
point.
are too.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm like, man,
Wow. Or just throw it out and get a new one.
it's still. I mean, I've spent a whopping $30 so far just to fix it, and
Yes.
it's a $250
Oh, okay. All
chainsaw.
right. Well,
And it's a cheap one,
Yeah.
but it's not. There. I can't find one that I like that's less than
Yeah.
that.
they are they're awesome though for stuff like that. And after we had the hurricanes down here, I would regularly
Mhm.
travel with mine in my truck just because you never know
Yep.
if you're gonna need
You
it.
never know.
Yeah. So
There was one. I was still working in a dealership, and we were living in Dixon,
mhm.
and out in the middle of nowhere, and there was a huge ice storm. Not as bad as the one we just had here, but there were trees down everywhere. I had to cut my way into work.
No kidding.
Like there were 3 different ways I could go to get to work. All 3 of them were blocked.
Wow.
So I literally had to go back home, pull out the chainsaw,
Yes.
and then cut my way through the road, move everything off the side, drive a little further, cut everything off there. I had to stop 3 times and cut trees off
Wow.
of the road just so I could get to the dealership we were still open.
You are a
No
lumberjack. I was gonna
customers
say,
came
yeah, how
in, but
many
we were still
customers? Yeah.
open.
It was
Yeah.
much the same as when we used to plow snow at the northern dealerships because you get 2 feet of snow, and that's how you
Mhm.
spent the entire day plowing snow and move cars, sweep them off, plow the snow, move the cars back. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was quite a circus, and no customers would show up. If
No
they did
customers.
though, they were serious.
Yeah. Oh, very serious. But I never got that, and this is we'll end on this. I never understood that, and I have a feeling I'd feel differently if I owned the
Sure.
place because you want to, but I look at it from a cost versus basically an ROI. What's the return on investment? Because I'm having someone come in, you're paying them a flat, or not a flat, it's been so long I haven't been in the car business. What are they
Commission.
not
A
not
base,
commission. What do you get?
salary,
No, because back then you didn't have salaries. Now a lot of dealerships will have
a
salaries
draw.
or
Okay, a
bit
draw.
a draw.
Yeah,
Thank you. That was the
sure.
word I was looking
Sorry.
for. So you're paying people to
Mhm.
draw, you're paying electricity, you're paying for heat, you're paying for all of this just to have people come and sit on their hands
Well, yes and no,
because there aren't any
but they
customers.
weren't sitting on their hands because we salespeople, the people you're paying draw.
You didn't. You
No.
didn't. Because you were out, and then that makes sense to me. That honestly actually
But
makes
all
sense
the
to me.
salespeople.
But here in Tennessee,
Yeah.
there were no trees down on the lot. There was nothing to
Oh,
clean
sure.
up. We were literally just
If
sitting
it's
there
not
on our
snow.
hands, waiting for the phone
Oh,
to
I
ring.
got it. I
Exactly.
got it. Well, then, so hopefully you're, making calls, outbound calls, and engaging.
No, that's what we did, but
engaging
still, I mean,
ChatGPT.
you're not going to get anyone to come in that day.
Probably not. But
All of which, by the way, and keep in mind, this was over 10 years ago that I was in a dealership. So things have changed, but back then you could still work from home.
Sure.
I do know a lot of people though now, a lot of dealer staff that will work from home if they'll take their laptop home and they'll make calls and stuff like that. The ones that are truly able to do stuff like that, actually work from home. But back then, no, you had to go into the dealership.
Oh yeah, and that was pretty typical.
But COVID did teach us a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the learning curve was, but it did.
Yeah,
it taught some
depends
people
on
a lot.
Yeah, it depends on the type
For
of
sure.
worker, I guess.
Well, awesome.
Anyway.
Well, good job today, man. Thank you. On that note, we will say
Likewise.
it was fun. This was a nice quick hitter, but some really heady topics.
Actually, it wasn't. If I look at the time, it's the same time as normal.
I know.
So we tried to make it a quick hitter.
Well, still kind of quick.
Yeah, but John said on that note, so I'm going to say, see ya.
You're
like
taking
that?
my line. Nice job.
I am. Well, you took
Make
my
sure
line.
you go up to
so I'm taking yours.
pottymouths.com. Make sure you buy yourself some of the wonderful merch we have in our merch store. And oh my gosh, honestly, we said women's one-piece suits that they're there waiting for you. So go check them out.
Did you notice that I just hit the
You
button?
did, but I'm fine with
I didn't
that.
mean to. Well, I hit preview first, and then I just switch up because normally, see, now this is where AI is failing us, folks. But we're going to go here very soon. Normally, when I hit the button to get the outro ready or the intro, I have it on preview.
Yeah.
And it plays automatically, but I turn it back and then I hit live and it just sits until I
thought you just had enough of me. You're just like, okay, and we're out of here.
This time it just started playing. So on that note, see ya.
Bye.